Hello student, this video lecture is prepared for particulate technology subject and we will discuss the unit number 4, that is known as the filtration. So in last lecture we have discussed vacuum filter, that is nudge filter, and the construction of rotary drum filter. Then today's lecture we will discuss the working of the rotary drum filter and centrifugal filtration. So last lecture we have discussed, this is the rotary drum filter, construction of the rotary drum filter. Then we will discuss the working of this rotary drum filter. So here if we look at this figure, the drum is submerged, that means it is merged or immersed to a desired length in a slurry. So this is the slurry which is agitated by this agitator. Then the vacuum is applied to this portion of the drum which is submerged in the slurry, and because of this the liquid is gets sucked into the compartment and solid get deposited on the cloth to form a cake of a desired thickness. Then this filtration, the filtrate from which is collected from here is go to the collection tank. So that collection tank is not shown in here, through the internal pipe. So there are pipes are provided. We will discuss or I will show the actually video of this rotary drum filter, then you can understand at that time. So as the portion of this drum of the cake is come out from this slurry, then the cake is washed. So here the cake is washed by spraying the liquid. So washed liquid you have to spray here, and the washed liquid leaves the filter through the rotary valve and it is collected into the separate tank. So washed liquid is enter here and that is also collected into separate tank. So this is also not shown in this figure. Then after washing, the cake enters in a drying zone. So here suppose there may be a drying zone, and through this drying zone the hot air may be fed through these pipes and the cake is get dried, or you can apply vacuum. So by applying vacuum also, the liquid which is added here that may be removed. Then this cake goes to this direction, that means this drum is rotated in this direction, and here we have that blade. So from the by using this blade you can cut this cake here, and the cycle, that means this cycle is repeated. That means the cake is the drum is submerged, then washing, then drying, and then cutting. So this is called a cycle. So when this cycle is completed, then again this drum is submerged here, then vacuum is applied, then it is goes to here, washing is applied, then it is also dried in this part, and then the cake is removed from this. So repeatedly you can use that cycle to carry out the filtration. So here I will show actually figure of video of that rotary drum filter. So this is that rotary drum filter, and this is called a trough. and from this wall we can apply. So this is the inner part. So this is called a compartment and piping, and this is the agitator. So you have to feed the slurry here. So these are that sections through which the vacuum is applied. Then here the washing is taking place. The water is going in this side. So this pipe, and again it is taken out. And here the dewatering, that means vacuum is applied in this section. And here that is that blade which scrap or cut the solid material or cake from here, and then again that drum goes into this filtration zone. So in this way this drum is rotated. So here the vacuum is applied here, that water is also taken from here. So in this way the rotary drum vacuum filter is operated. And the filter cloth is placed on this side. So here. So this is the video for the rotary drum filter. Then we will move the next section, that is called a centrifugal filtration. So in this centrifugal filtration, suppose your cake is having granular solids, that means solids which are in the shape of granulars, or porous cake, that means it is having some openings in that cakes, small openings, that is called a porous cake. So at that time we have to use the centrifugal force rather than the pressure force. In the previous like plate and frame filters, we are using the pressure as a driving force, but in this case you have to use the centrifugal force. So this machine is also operated batch-wise and continuous, and it is having a rotating basket. On that rotating basket, the wall of that rotating basket is having perforations, that means holes are created on that wall, and the filter medium is covered on that wall, and the slurry is forced in that basket, and due to centrifugal action the liquor is passed through the filter medium and the solid or cake is deposited on the filter medium, and after that the cake is scraped or cut by that blades, and the cycle is repeated. So first we will discuss what is the principle of that centrifugal filtration. So there are three figures shown in here. So in the first figure the ball is stationary. So this is called a bowl, B-O-W-L, bowl. Bowl is nothing but a small, it is a basket. You can call it as a basket or bowl. So it is in first figure, this figure, the bowl is stationary containing slurry, that is liquid plus solids. Since the ball is not rotating in this case, the solids are settled at the bottom. So these are the solids which settle at the bottom, and on that solid there is a liquid layer. So this ball is stationary in figure A. In second case, the ball is rotated about vertical axis. So this is the vertical axis. The ball is rotated in this direction. So there are two forces acting on this slurry or liquid solid. First one is the gravity force and another one is the centrifugal force. So gravity force acting in a downward direction, and centrifugal force is acting horizontal direction, in this direction. Then the centrifugal force is having larger magnitude, or that means centrifugal force is having higher magnitude. Therefore, under the action of centrifugal force, the solid particles are tightly pressed on this vertical bowl, and the vertical layer, liquid layer, is created here. So both these solid and liquid layer are equilibrium position, and this bowl is imperforated. Imperforated means if we do not having holes or openings in the basket, then we obtain this condition. So this is the figure B. So this is figure B, and in case of figure C, the bowl is perforated. That means the holes are open, or we can say holes are open, and these perforations, that means that holes are covered with the filter medium. So if filter medium is placed here on that perforations, or we can use the screen, wire screen, small wire screen, which is having small opening. So the liquid is free to flow in this direction, outward direction, but the solid is not flowing because we are having here the filter medium. So this filter medium prevent the solid to go in this direction. Therefore, the liquid quickly flow out from these perforations or opening provided, and the cake is deposited here. So in this way, we are having the third figure, that is filtration in rotating perforated basket. So in first case, the bowl is stationary. In the second case, the bowl is rotating, but the wall of that bowl is imperforated. That means holes are not open. And in third case, the holes or openings are open, but filter medium is placed on that bowl wall. So liquid is going in this direction and solid is deposited inside that basket or bowl. So this is the working principle of that centrifugal filtration. Now this is actually the figure of centrifugal batch filtration, suspended batch. Suspended means this is the shaft suspended here, and it is connected to the motor. Okay, so it is called a batch centrifugal or batch suspended batch centrifugal or batch centrifugal. So in this case, the diameter of that bowl is or basket is 750 to 1200 millimeter, and this depth is 450 to 750 millimeter, and the basket is rotated at the speed of 600 to 1800 rpm, and this is having vertical shaft, and this shaft is rotated by electric motor, and this basket is surrounded by the filter cloths, and this basket is having these perforations on that wall. So, and the basket may be constructed from the mild steel or stainless steel. So this is the actually construction of suspended batch centrifugal or batch centrifugal. So remaining part we will discuss in the next lecture. Thank you.